Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you my Tribal Hexafish. It's a variation on Justinstoys' super popular Hexafish, and it's about the same size, and there have been a whole lot of variations on the Hexafish done before, but this one is very neat because not only is it an awesome design, but also it retains its hollow three-dimensional roundness, just like the original Hexafish. You can kind of squeeze it a little bit. It's hollow in the inside, and this one is still hollow, so if you squeeze it a little bit, it'll look more round, or you can pull it and it'll become a little bit more flat. And this is a very neat looking bracelet. You're going to want to make sure to follow the instructions in this video to make your bracelet come out nice and even like this one. This one, you can tell it's a little bit lopsided, but I will show you a technique for placing your bands that will help to distribute the weight more evenly so that it won't turn out like this one, hopefully. Make sure to be creative with your color schemes. You can really come up with some awesome stuff if you experiment a little bit. To set up your loom to make this bracelet, first take your large base and your first bar pin. You're going to place this bar pin on the large base like so that the arrows are pointing to your right, and then you're going to take your next bar pin and it's going to be lined up with your first bar pin but facing the opposite direction, so the arrows should be pointing to the left. And now you're going to come to the other end and put your small base on to keep it nice and secure. So we're going to be using these 6 pins to make our bracelet. The first thing you want to do is decide on your color scheme, and I'll show you how that works. In this bracelet you've got the 2 horizontal stripes, and you also have the 2 vertical stripes. Now, out of the 2 vertical stripes, you can see that the blue is a little bit more dominant than the gray. It's a little bit bigger. So the first thing you're going to do is choose your dominant stripe color, dominant vertical stripe. And for my bracelet, I'm going to use black. So go ahead and take one and set it out so you can remember your color scheme. And next, you're going to choose your color that will be the horizontal bands that go across the bracelet, and I'm going to use rainbow in this bracelet. And then choose your smaller vertical stripe color. In this bracelet it's gray. For the bracelet I'm going to be making, I'll use white. So go ahead and set those out in that order. This will help a lot, just knowing which band comes next. So first thing we're going to do is grab your first color that you have. Mine is black, and you're going to cap it and place it across the bottom 3 pegs that you're going to be using. Now take another one of this same color, pull it from this bottom left to the top right, and now you're going to use your hook and move this band to the bottom right peg, and then also to the top left peg, like so. And now you're going to take this little part here and pull it down over this pin. Next you're going to turn your hook around and pull this part up to this pin. So you should have a double figure 8 shape. Now you're going to take your cap band and pull it up and over this whole part right here. So next you're going to take the next band in your color scheme, and just to make sure that the band is distributed evenly across the pegs, we're going to put it on the middle 2 pegs, then pull it over this way and then this way, and this just helps evenly distribute the band so that you don't end up with a lopsided bracelet. Next, take the next band in your color scheme and you're going to place it on the same way as you did the last one. Place it on and pull it across to each side. Just make sure that it's distributed evenly so that it's not way tight on one side and loose on the other end. That will make a very lopsided bracelet. Now we're going to start looping. The first thing we're going to do is use our bottom hook to grab this bottom band here. So take that black band and pull it up and over just like normal. On all 6 pegs. So now is when our sequence begins. From this point on, we're going to be placing a black, then a red, then a white band. And our pattern for looping is going to be just like the Tribal Hexafish. We're going to do middle, inverted, regular when we place each of these. So, and this will only apply to the outer 4 pegs. These middle 2 pegs, you're going to loop them up just like normal every single time. You're never going to do the tribal stitch on these 2 pegs. So, here's our first color in our scheme. We're going to place it on all 6 pegs. And now our first stitch is middle. So we're going to take the middle band, that's the white one, instead of the bottom and bring that over. Now remember, on this middle 2 pegs here, we're not going to be doing the tribal stitch, so we'll just take the bottom band like normal and pull it up. And then on these outer 2 we are using the special stitches. So we're going to take the middle band and pull it up and over. Now you can turn your loom around, and on this side as well it's going to be the same thing. You'll take the middle band here, pull it up and over, and then this middle peg right here, you're not going to do the special stitch, and then here you're going to take the middle band, pull it over. Next is our rainbow color in the middle. We're going to place that on the loom, keep forgetting to do it like this, and pull it across so that it covers all 6 pegs. If you don't want to do it like this, feel free to just place it on normally, but I feel like this helps get the weight of the band distributed more evenly. So this is going to be our inverted stitch, and it will apply to every peg except these 2. So that's going to look like this. Go inside this middle band, turn your hook around, and bring the bottom band up and over. And on this peg, just bring up the bottom band normally. For this peg, again, you're going to go in the middle, grab the bottom band and pull it over. Turn your loom around, and we're going to do that again. Go in the middle one, do your inverted stitch, and do not do the inverted stitch on this middle peg, and then again on this one. So the next band in our scheme is white, so we're going to take that and place it on here. And now this is going to be our regular stitch. So you're going to bring up the bottom band regularly on every peg. So this is the easy part. Turn your loom around and do the other 3 pegs the same way. So that's the sequence. Let's see that again. First we're going to have our black band. And this is our middle. So we're going to bring up the middle band instead of the bottom on every peg except these two. And then next is our rainbow color. We're going to place that as we did the other ones. And this is going to be our inverted stitch. So go inside of that middle band, turn your hook around so that you can grab the bottom band and pull it over. Again, regular stitch on the middle peg, and then inverted. And on this peg you're going to use the inverted stitch, and then regular, and inverted. So next is our white band. We're going to place that across all 6 pegs. And this is just our regular stitch. So that's our sequence. When you place the black band, you've got the middle stitch, rainbow band, inverted stitch, and white band, regular stitch. You're just going to do that over and over until the bracelet comes out the bottom. You're going to pull it out as soon as it gets long enough to tighten it up, and you're going to keep doing that until it's long enough to fit around your wrist comfortably. I'll show you that sequence one more time. We have our first band, and that's our middle stitch, and it does not apply to the middle 2 pegs. Our next band is rainbow. And you're going to do your inverted stitch, regular stitch here, and then invert it again. Same thing here, inverted, regular, and then inverted. And then we'll place our last band in the sequence. And this one is just a regular stitch all the way around. At this point, you can already start to see mine growing out the bottom. Just make sure that you do this enough times so that the bracelet is plenty long enough to go around your wrist, because this is a pretty tight bracelet, and if it's too small, it will not be comfortable. So maybe make it a little longer than you think it should, and then I'll show you how to finish it. The first thing that you want to do before finishing your bracelet is making sure that the last band you placed is the last band in your little group in your sequence. So my last color was white, and the last band that I've placed was white, so my sequence is complete, and I'm ready to finish my bracelet. The first thing you're going to do is simply take the bottom band on each peg and bring it up and over normally on all 6 pegs. At this point, you should just have one band on each peg. Next, we are going to take this band and pull it over to the middle. And then same thing with this band. And do the same thing with the other outside bands. You're going to pull them over to the center 2 pegs. Next, you will want to take whatever color you started out with, mine is black, and you're going to cap it and place it over these 2 pegs. Next, you're going to carefully take the 3 bands and pull them over the cap band you just placed. And turn your loom around and do it the same thing on the other side. Next, take one side and pull it over to the other, back to itself. So at this point, you can take off this bar pin, it's just going to get in your way. And now you're ready to get out your C-clip. And you're just going to clip these 4 ends on this peg. And once you've got those on your clip, you can take your bracelet off the loom, pull it tight, and bring it back to itself. And just use your clip to grab these 2 bands to finish your bracelet. There you have it, the Tribal Hexafish. I hope you like this bracelet. Make sure to share this video and subscribe for more awesome designs like this coming soon. Thanks for watching.